Hi everybody, welcome back to another lesson with Minnie. As you can see, uh, Minnie is having the best time right now. Her tail is wagging, which is what we want to see during training. Training should always be fun. It shouldn't feel like work to the dog. It shouldn't be something undesirable for the dog. Um, and thankfully, in Minnie's case, both with food, as you saw there, and with a toy, like the tennis ball that I'm using, there's multiple ways to motivate and to make training fun for your dog. Because she is so toy motivated, Minnie's best uh, best foot forward is going to be using both the treats and the toy in tandem. If we use just the toy, then she gets very impatient when it's not being used as a reward for each and every single maneuver, and therefore she can get distracted more easily, and she'll decide that her time is better spent sniffing the bush over here, or perhaps going and trying to say hello to another dog. So using the food as the intermediary rewards for doing small tasks, such as that sit, such as this down, and hopefully we get a nice good up right there, yep. And when we get a couple good rotations through, as you can see right now, we're doing, well, now you can't see. And here we are again. But as you can see, we're doing multiple iterations of healing movements. So turning to the left, turning to the right, and turning around. And then in each position, making sure to hit a good down, a good up, and a good sit. As you can see here, I'm going to lay my leash across her backside. She has a tendency to move a little bit during an up. So by lassoing her waist, we can sort of keep her still and from moving forward out of eagerness. And that just teaches her that when we're in the heel, that's our position. And we're not moving out of it. If we get a little impatient, we have to wait for the cue to sit. And as you can see, her butt starts to move out a little bit the second I drop the lasso. So we're going to move back in a little bit. Quick hip correction. That is really just to teach her, and as you'll see here, that Minnie loves to scoot her back out from behind you, and you can see her sits much too far behind for a proper heel. And as you can see, we can sort of fix that placement just by reiterating the maneuver over and over again. But she does like to swing that rear hind quarter counterclockwise out away from the heel position. So anticipating it and see, just like that. We should not be able to see her rear end right now, but we can. And that is a good badonkadonk right there. But that is not what we want for the heel, so for now we'll leave it. But as we progress further, as you can see, I'm trying to get her to come just a little bit forward, a little bit more forward, in order to sort of fix that alignment on the heel. See, just like that, trying to keep that butt tucked in tight. So that way we can sort of get her to straighten out a little bit. Now she went right for a down there, so we'll just gently lift her up to a yes. A good heel to the right, very good for Minnie. Healing motions tend to give Minnie the most trouble, just because she seems a little bit nervous around your feet, your legs, and also she likes being able to look at you. And that's one of the most difficult things for a dog when they're first starting to learn healing maneuvers, is the fact that they have to be next to you and they have to turn their head and look up in order to see you, instead of just being, as opposed to, being in front of you and then getting to look directly at you just by looking up. So over time, this will straighten itself out, pardon the pun, but that's why you see so many hand motions going back towards her side and her heel. So as of right there, you could see a little heel flick. That's what got her into the up. And after a nice long rotation through all of our different motions a couple of different times, she gets a nice reward with the fetch. And then we recall her in with a bring. Yes, very good job, very good job. Lots of aggressive pets for Minnie, all over pets, all over the body, to increase her body confidence. Start building a little bit of autonomy in her posture. And we'll see if we can do a little bit of distance commands here. So there's a good sit. There's a hand command for down. And misses the up, but gets it on the second try. And as you can see, that's that eagerness right there where she jumps forward. But it's all good. And if we ever come back on screen, there she goes. So, I think we're going to do another round here, see how many times we can do the healing motions in the down, up, sit, down, up, sit. Again, aggressive play for Minnie, teaching her to be safe with her mouth and not escalate. Play a little chase. Her favorite thing to do is chase the ball, play with the ball, play in general. So this is always going to be the best time to sort of reinforce those behaviors we were trying to get earlier by seeing if we can get her to fall right back in line after a nice play. And there we go. And now let's see, we'll get a nice down here. No need for a leash correction, very good. Now we're getting eye contact first before we issue the next command, which is why that looks so perfect right there, and why she got a double treat reward. And she's still looking and holding her attention, so this is a very good opportunity to display all the practice we've been doing, even though the heel or the rear end is ticked out just a little bit, pointing at about 5 o'clock right now when it should be pointing at 6. And so proud of her, so proud of Minnie for showing all of the progress. And mind you, this is only day 2 of Obedience 1. So this is the second day after having learned down, up, sit. And the first day that we're actually practicing down, up, sit with the healing motions involved. So extraordinary progress for Minnie on her first day, considering she doesn't have any prior training going over the formal nature of some of these maneuvers and techniques. And she's taking to it like a real working dog. I mean, her drive is relentless. Her attention definitely needs work, and that's definitely something we're going to work on here, is getting more eye contact, longer eye contact, longer holds in each position. And just to finish up here, going to give a nice big jackpot reward all over the ground. So the treats flow naturally here at the end. And as you can see, there's a happy dog. Very excited to see what I'm doing. Oh, is that a new toy? Nope, just the camera. Okay, I'll go back to scooping up the spoils of my labor. Thanks for checking out the video. Please share this with anybody who you think might